Hey friends, happy Monday and welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I am Taylor. I'm a stay-at-home wife and mom, and I share What's for Dinner videos just like this every Monday to hopefully motivate you to cook more for your family and give you some new meal ideas. You might be able to tell if you've been here for a while that I do sound a little bit congested. I am still recovering from sickness. So we had a cold, which y'all will be seeing a vlog from when Andy was off. We had a cold, and then the kids were feeling better. Well, they were the only ones who had a cold. And then we did some fun things, and then Lily developed a sinus infection from the cold. And so then she started feeling worse, and then I started to get a little bit of the cold symptoms, nowhere near as bad as they did, but I'm still struggling with a little bit of congestion. It's not fun. It's not fun. But this week's meals are kind of like all over the place because the kids weren't feeling well. I was taking care of them. Andy was off. It was Halloween. We were doing all the fun things. We're trying to, because we definitely had to cancel some things, but we were trying to like make up for missing some things. So we went off schedule and went off the meal plan. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get into this week's What's for Dinner. Starting off with a Friday night, we did a sausage tortellini soup. This is a family favorite, and it's something that I've been making for quite a few years now, and it actually has its own recipe video here on YouTube as well, so I will leave that link down below if you want to come back and make it. It would probably be quicker to go straight to that video. I'm starting off here with 1 pound of ground sausage, and I am seasoning that with some oregano, parsley, and dried chives, and then I'm also adding in some of the Trader Joe's umami seasoning and some garlic powder. Those are 2 seasonings that I don't usually do, but I was like, you know what? I want to, so I did. And then you just cook that up until your sausage is completely cooked through. If it's really greasy, make sure you drain off any of the grease. And then I'm going to be adding in 6 cups of water and then some Knorr chicken bouillon to turn that into chicken broth, or you can just use like cans of chicken broth or a carton of chicken broth, whatever you prefer. And then also 1 can of evaporated milk. And then I am going in with some more of the same seasonings that I did earlier to season that broth. And I'm going to lower the heat to like a medium and let this simmer for about like 15 minutes. And then we're going to add in about 20 ounces of tortellini. It was either 19 ounces or 20 ounces. I can't remember for sure. Sometimes the bag is like 22 ounces if you find it in the freezer. You're going to add that in. And then something different that I did this time was add in a couple handfuls of spinach to give us a little bit more vegetables in it this time. And then you just got to cook that for about 3 to 4 minutes. Those tortellini will like puff up a little bit and rise to the top. And then your spinach will also wilt down. And we like to serve this sprinkled with some Parmesan cheese and with some crusty bread on the side. We did a baguette from Aldi. It was a take and bake one, so I just popped that in the oven for a little bit. This soup is so good. Definitely one of our favorites. You'll see it a lot this season because my family requests it often. And it's our first time having it in Wisconsin. It was really good. Saturday we did spaghetti. I had planned spaghetti to do this night because it's really easy and a family favorite, and we were supposed to have a lot of stuff to do this day. Trick or treat in downtown La Crosse, a little birthday celebration with some homeschool friends, but then those things got canceled because unfortunately the kids were still sick. Lily was feeling better by this point, but Elijah was like one of his worst days was Saturday. And then Sunday we had grilled cheese and tomato soup. Both kids were starting to feel a little bit better. Elijah still had a very intense cough, so we again had to cancel doing Halloween trick-or-treat at the mall. So yeah, we did lots of comforting meals. Monday, both kids were feeling much better. Elijah still had like a lingering, like sporadic cough, but no fevers and like basically better. So we took them to Pizza Ranch, which is a pizza buffet place. They have pizza. They also have chicken. and mashed potatoes and gravy and some vegetables, and then they have like, you know, the dessert. But they were doing like a little costume parade, so the kids who came in costumes could walk around the restaurant and pick up little treats and prizes off of tables, and then the kids ate free, which is great because this place is kind of expensive unless the kids are eating free. So it ended up being 30 something dollars, like 35 I think, for all four of us to eat. It comes with drinks, so that was like just 35 just for me and Andy, basically, because it was dinner prices too. Lunch is a little bit cheaper, but it's decent. Their chicken, so good. Pizza, meh, but the chicken is so worth it, and I think that's how they get away with like charging so much for their buffet. Tuesday was Elijah's 10th birthday, and so on their birthdays, if we're not doing a party or something, the kids get to pick what we eat for the day. So for lunch, he chose to go to Olive Garden because they were both feeling much better. And then for dinner, he wanted me to make burgers and deviled eggs. So that is exactly what I did. And then because they were feeling better, we remade plans with our homeschool friends to do his birthday the next day at our homeschool meetup, and we were going to do cupcakes with everyone. So because of that, he didn't want cake on his actual birthday. So instead, he picked some powdered cake donuts from Quick Trip, and we made a donut cake tower and sang him happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Elijah. Happy birthday to you.
Make a wish.
Wednesday night, I made 7-can chicken taco soup in the crock pot. Super simple and easy to throw together. I don't know if I've ever actually made this with canned chicken, but that's the way the recipe is written. I feel like I've done it before, but not with the canned chicken. I usually use like a chicken breast or something, but canned chicken made it super simple. So you're adding in a can of chicken that you have drained. I did a can of chili beans, and then a can of water from that to rinse the can and get all that like chili sauce out. And then a can of black beans drained and rinsed, a can of corn drained, a can of enchilada sauce, a can of Rotel or Aldi brand Rotel. And then the other can would be a can of chicken broth, but I don't do chicken broth, so that's why I did the can of water. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of Knorr chicken bouillon and make that into chicken broth. And then we also do a package of taco seasoning. And that's really it. You can add a couple more seasonings. I think I added a little bit more chili powder and cumin and I want to say oregano. But the exact recipe will be linked down below. Give that a good stir. And then I cooked this on low for like 6 hours this day. We had our imagination club, which is our homeschool meetup, and we went to the park and we did cupcakes with them, and we're out there for like 3 hours from 11 a.m. to 2, and so it was nice to come home to a warm soup for dinner in the evening, and the house smelled so good when we got home, and yeah. It was delicious. Definitely recommend. We served it with some cheese on top, and I think the kids did some crushed up tortilla chips on top of theirs as well. Very good. And finally, last meal of the week ended up being a frozen pizza night. We've got the Stranger Things pepperoni pizza. We've got the Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pick 6 pizza. And we've got the Lots of Matza mac and cheese pizza because that's what Lily requested. And then she didn't even end up eating any pizza this night. She ate cold pizza the next day. But Wednesday, late afternoon, early evening, she started complaining of like sinus pressure. You know, take some Tylenol. It's because you're kind of congested still. But then she woke up Wednesday evening like feeling like she's gonna throw up because of like the nauseousness from the sinus pain. And then Thursday she did throw up Thursday morning, and so then I like called the doctor, and I was like, yo, she's feeling worse. Like, her cold symptoms have now gotten worse. She's complaining of sinus pain, like, you know, this is what's coming out of her nose. And they said, sounds like she has a sinus infection. So they gave her some antibiotics. And then we went and got that and got frozen pizza for dinner because we were like, it's just too much. And she asked for the mac and cheese pizza, but then she didn't really have an appetite to eat any of it. And then I started feeling bad this day too. I was like a little tickle in my throat and a little bit of congestion. And that's really all I've had. So now we're on Monday and no more tickle in my throat, just a little bit of congestion. I'm trying to make sure I don't get a sinus infection as well. But yeah, everybody is feeling much better now. Unfortunately, Lily had to miss like a teen lock-in at the library for Halloween, a sleepover at a friend's. They didn't really feel well enough on Friday, Halloween, to go trick-or-treating, like our original plans. So we just did like a loop around our neighborhood. They got a pretty good haul from that. But all of that will be in the vlog later this week, or Sunday. I will have that vlog up. We vlogged the entire week, like little bits here and there, while Andy was on vacation, and we were all like one person getting sick after the other, canceling plans, making new plans. It was a messy week. But that is going to be it for this week's What's for Dinner. And now it's time for the weekly member shout outs. So thank you to all of you who have chosen to be channel members and continue to choose to be channel members. It really means a lot to me. Thank you for supporting me. I love y'all so much. And if you don't know, you can become a channel member. Down below you should see a join button, or on my YouTube channel page you should see a join button. If you don't, try logging in to YouTube on like your browser, like in Google Chrome or something, and you should see it there, and that just helps me out. And you also get a couple extra perks too. If you want more information about that, go ahead and check that out. But that is going to be it for this week's What's for Dinner. I hope that you enjoyed it. I know I was all over the place, but at least there was 2 really good soup recipes in this week's video, and it's the perfect time to be making soup. I don't know about you, but it is cold here in Wisconsin. It is 46 degrees right now is what it says. The high yesterday was like 51. We've got a day coming up like this weekend, I think, where the high is like upper 30s. Wow, it's gonna be cold. But I hope you'll have a great week, and I will be back, should be on Wednesday, with a grocery haul. Bye.